mtu wa Djibouti. Haya, huyu ni Martha Karua, ameingia huko, get deported. Our own Martha Karua. So as you give me your answers, I want you to remember the two. She did not support she did not support us in the AUC seat, na amemfukuza mmoja wetu. What does that really mean to you people?
Sasa unajua vita ya Samia Suluhu na Ruto pia ijaanza sai. There's a time ilianza ile wakati walirudisha ndege.
Eti walirudisha ndege?
Is it Kenya Airways ama ilikuwa gani? Ilirudishwa. Vita zilianzia tu huko.
Mwaka gani huo?
I don't know which is the year, but ni recent. Hapa tu. Kidogo siju pia walikosaniana nini? Have you ever had kuna mkubwa anaenda umeisikia tu anaenda Tanzania. Wanaenda ni huko kwingine.
Uganda.
Lakini TZ ni kama walikatana kabisa. I think there is something that went on.
But I hear this woman is really corrupt. Suluhu is a very corrupt woman. And if there are any Tanzanians here, you could come and tell us. But Mbua Suluhu is one of the corrupt leaders ever to be seen in Tanzania. Anataka kile chama fulani CCM anataka kuzima ichocha, ataki kukue na opposition. So yeye na Ruto is the same person. I'm sending the speech.
Inafaa wakuwe mabeshti. Lakini si mabeshti, ni maadui wanajua game wanacheza. Lakini politicians actually
why do you really need to say that?
So wanacheza game same.
But whatever you really need to remember is that President William Ruto has got his own roles that maybe can play that woman haven't played. At the same time kuna roles zingine yule amefanya zenye huyu pia hajafanya. Acha niwaambie. Corruption iko kila mahali.
Lakini ukisikia ukiambiwa you are very very
corruption is everywhere. I'm telling you. Unanielewa? But the only thing people really need to remember is that they are guiding people. They are leading people, and at some point they really need to deliver to people whatever people deserves. Unajua wakati mtu anaenda kudeport lawyer mwenye ameenda kuchangia social life and well-being of people, then Tanzanian, let me tell you the truth, you need to think twice. Unajua kuna mtu mwenye niliwahi ona aliwahi wachanua akawaambia aje, ukitoka kutoka sijui ni wapi uenda hadi Dar es Salaam, njiani utapata picha za mama. But ukienda Kenya utapata mali wanapeleka leaders wao mbio, hujafanya hii. Hasa jamaa alikuwa ana challenge wa Tanzania, kwani sisi tulibaki wapi? Meaning they are admiring whatever we are doing, na sisi tunafeel tumevinyika, unaona? Meaning let me tell you Tanzanians, disrespecting somebody mwenye anaelewa ni nini law, si ndio? It is very wrong. Mtu mwenye anafaa kudeportiwa ni kuna sambuli 3 za watu wanafaa kudeportiwa. Mtu mwenye amepatikana na crime either ya drugs, sivyo? Kwanza drugs ni crime. Kwa nchi zingine kama ile ya yule msichana. Yule msichana anaitwa
hakuna nchi inakubaliwa kuingia na drugs.
Hiyo. Another thing, amekuja misbehave kitu kama assault, kwa mfano ameassault hata mtu wa kwao mwenye umekuja na yeye. Tuseme tumetoka Kenya tumeenda Tanzania. Nimepiga mwenzangu amenichapa. If possible tunadeportiwa sisi wote. Si ni kweli? And other things zenye zinaka negative, but deporting a lawyer who has come maybe to help you, then you really need to remember that you are somewhere else in your own way, in your own world. Ama neje Zulfa organize about that. Ama ni Martha Karua alienda kutafuta uchokozi kwa watu wengine.
Martha Karua.
Can we just conclude that Martha Karua alienda kutafuta uchokozi?
Sasa aje.
No, can I answer?
You answer.
So, Martha Karua is one of the brilliant lawyers we have in Kenya. And Kwenye speech yake ambayo siipati lakini naendelea kuitafuta, sababu aliongelelea basically why did Suluhu alimfukuza huko. Wajua kuna mkaka mmoja huko na sahau jina lake, anahoga kwa opposition, but Suluhu doesn't want opposition in our country. So wanamzima. I remember kulikuwa na scare of this certain activist lady ambaye alikuwa Kenya na alikuwa abducted, but she's a Tanzanian who came to Kenya for refuge. Now this madam, I think hiyo kitu natoka from huko, sababu Martha Karua kwa kuja kukutana na ule mkaka ambaye ni opposition ya Tanzania. So I think Suluhu did that intentionally because these two people should not meet. She wanted to zima ule, sababu ule amezimwa. In fact mnasema Ruto, but Samia ni mwingine. You see how we can sit in this studio and talk about politics, tuongelee Kimani Kichungwa, tuongelee sijui Oscar Sudi, tuongelee nani. In Tanzania, in 5 minutes, they will be knocking this door down. Na tungekuwa tumeshapelekwa ndani sahi. Muongelee Diamond, but msiongelee Mama Samia. No maana bakiki tu Mama Samia apewe heshima yake, and that is that. They never mama. When I go there, will not be so like no. I'll be talking about Diamond, but I'll never talk about the politics situation over there.
Let me ask you. Tanzania is one of the largest countries in Eastern Africa. Africa. Yes, whereby it has got a very big land and opportunities to develop are very high. Yes? Why do you really think they don't want maybe to engage with other countries in social life? Why at some point they are not giving room, even their people, to participate democracy? Is participating democracy a crime to them?
Yeah. Hakuna demokrasia ya kudiscuss hizo vitu, especially maswala ya politics hamna. You have at all. That is something that you don't go. Let me search even the name of that opposition party there.
So hakuna hata uwezi amka uanze
hii suja. Wewe angalia kama kuna radio moja umesikia ikiongelelea. Unasikia ikiongelea nini? Harmonize. Queen sijui nani. Opposition party.
At some point, let us be serious at once. This is what now our political leaders.
Tundu Lissu ndo mwenye hiyo opposition party. Huko ndo mtu ambaye anakataa, sawa? So basically, Tanzanian main opposition Chadema party barred from upcoming elections. If you bar the opposition, what does that mean? Any that woman rules Tanzania with an iron fist. Iron fist.
Was she elected?
She just took over. She took over wakati wa Magufuli.
For one time wanafaa ku rule for how many years?
Ni 5 tu.
5 years. Kwani nani alikufa lini?
2020.
Aki nimesahau wala.
No, 2020.
Alifariki 2020. So Tanzania are going.
I think they did an election. Ama? Alifanya election Tanzania juzi. Juzi wafanya election.
Alikuwa pia mama alikuwa, lakini I don't know.
Alifanya juzi akachaguliwa, sababu nakumbuka wakina Zuchu wakiimba ngoma ya mama. That mama. And Harmonize was doing for the Chadema thing. So now apparently now the Tundu Lissu party will not be involved kwa elections zinazokuja. Na nikuonyesha picha ambayo unaona pale kwenye Google. So picha mzuri sana. Ameshikwa vibaya sana polisi wamevaa gajeti. It's not good. It's really not good. You see how Kenya we have this democracy to talk. You can talk about the president. You can talk.
We don't mind if you share that picture.
Okay, let me share it.
So that we can also have a look. Why do you really think now Kenyans need to open their eyes? Yes? Our Kenyan politicians should remember that woman never even voted for Raila. Yes?
Yeah, in the AUC.
She has showed some tension when it comes to differences. I think this is the second time. Okay, whatever Mother Karua was trying to do there, ilikuwa kitu kama wale watu wa ni Sudan ama?
She was going to meet the Tundu Lissu person, the opposition ya huko. Remember, as you have said, she's a lawyer. She's someone who is politically versant. So she went there to meet with the opposition. And I think Samia already knew, and that's why she did what she did. It is not a good scene. Politically, huko Tanzania, let me tell you, it is not. And she's a very corrupt leader. Very corrupt. If you talk to people who are there, they will tell you talk about Ruto, but you should talk about Ruto and Samia in the same sentence. First, kwanza yao ni mbaya kabisa. Si ya Ruto na kutumia DCM peke yako. Ingekuwa tu washafika hapa already. Hizi kamera zimeshavunjwa. It's not a good scene. It is not a good scene. You cannot just talk politically uko. Now criticize the government.
Let me tell you the truth. Our country, Kenya, is one of the best countries we have in the entire world. If we could at some point realize what we want as a country. Yes. You understand? Let me tell you the truth. There is something that I told you some days back, but you never took it serious. I told you that our president, William Samoei Kipchirchir Ruto, yes, is one of the most intelligent presidents we have right now. I'm telling you the truth. When you try at some point to see even those conferences at some point he could attend, the kind of speeches he could deliver there and the kind of ideas at some point he could share, si rahisi hivyo. I'm telling you the truth. Kuna ile point yenye kuna heshima fulani alipokeanga wakati alikuwa ameingililia presidency. I remember in the year 2023 hapo hivyo, the beginning of 2023. President William Ruto, let me tell you the truth, gave people a challenge. Aliwahi kumbusha all the African presidents that we have got the ability to change our Africa. You understand? So, I'm telling you this. If we can at some point remember that we have got a common goal, we as the country, yes, that will be the moment utaona watu wanatoka nje wanakuja kufanya kazi Kenya kwa sababu Kenya imekuwa developed. I'm telling you the truth. There is a mentality we have that Kenya we are far and we cannot at some point develop. Unanielewa? Kuna ile mentality yenye watu wako nayo sahi kwamba that our country Kenya cannot develop ama iko mbali na development na ikuwe developed kama countries zingine. I'm telling you the truth. We have got all what we need to develop. Only those 8,000 people, they are not even 9,000 people. Only those 8,000 people wenye wanajiita ndio government wakibadilisha ile mienendo yenye wako nayo, so that at some point tuone kama tunaweza jisaidia kusonga mbele. I'm telling you the truth. When you see our own anaenda kule Uganda mahali the first university ilianza. Do you know that in Kenya we were not having a university before? Do you remember?
Yes.
Do you know that the first university kwanza ni kama ilianzanga huko Uganda?
Uganda? Gani? Makerere.
Si ndio the first university in East Africa ama?
I don't know.
Makerere, yeah.
Ama
But I will Google it and tell you. Continue.
Confirm as I'm talking about this. You see, our own anaenda Uganda, anaenda ku represent the court martial. Ile kesi ya majeshi inaitwaje? Kesi koti ya jeshi inaitwaje? Ni court martial ama? I think so. Ni court martial, si ndio?
Court martialed. Court martialed ni kupelekwa hapo by those.
Hiyo court inaitwaje?
Ni jeshi tu. I understand what you're saying.
You understand. But others we don't understand.
Military court. It is called a military court.
Inaitwaje? Kuna
military court.
Kuna jini inaitwa, wewe confirm pia hapo. Ni
military court. He was taken to a military court because he was in the military. Yeah. Alwaga yeye na huyo president wa Said, they served together. In fact, he was the doctor of huyo. It was the oldest East Africa's Makerere University in Uganda, established in 1922. Initially a technical school, it evolved into Uganda Technical College, later renamed.
Thank you. Hiyo ndio information tulikuwa tunahitaji. You see, this person anaenda kule Uganda, anasimamia kesi fulani na wanajadiliana vizuri hadi wanakam na solution. Remember the time of who? Besigye.
Yeah.
Yes? She raised her voice over the same issue. Now this is the question, why Tanzania? Let me tell you the truth. You guys, we came up with something called East Africa. Not Eastern. There is a big difference between Eastern and East. East African community. There is something we came up with through the former presidents Mwai Kibaki and other presidents. Yes? Walikuja wakatengeneza uhusiano mzuri, wakatengeneza kila kitu kizuri, si ndio? Wakati unapata mtu anakuja kusaidia upande wa social life, badala mumsikize, mkipata labda agenda yake iko contrary against the constitution of that country, then deport. Hii inaweza make sense. But deporting somebody mwenye amekuja because of your own good, mnamuonyesha vile sasa yeye, unajua wakati unadeportiwa kitu ya kwanza wewe ni fala. Yeah, ukideportiwa inamaanisha you are not needed there. Maybe you don't know your senses. Meaning wewe ni fala. So wewe fala unafanya nini hapa? Kwenda nyumbani, enda kwenu. Let me tell you the truth. No, according to me.
No, you're not deported because wewe ni fala.
Tanzania wametuinsult. Mimi naongea huko.
Just say that have insulted us. Basi kusema hivyo.
Ni sisi ni mafala. Meaning,
what if we deport Suluhu when Suluhu comes over?
No. Yes. We don't need to revenge because let me tell you, in politics you need to make that thing to be known. So the moment we hear she's landing on Kenyan soil, na hata asipelekewa hata military ama the things. No. Remember
this. Even like watchman.
No. Zulfa, tukue serious.
No, I am upset. This is Mother Karua, Mother Karua of Kenya, the best lawyer and advice of the High Court. Alafu amepelekwa kwa ametritiwa sijui kama trash. Pale. I'm sorry mom. Pale. Hapa mahali wanatumia waenda kununua mkate na gunia mzima. Alafu they deport our own. They deport her like she's nothing, like we rudi kwenu, and they say tumekunyima entry to Tanzania. I don't want to talk stuff. I don't want to insult anybody, but it is just so offensive. It is so offensive.
At some point, what unajua, mimi ninakumbuka mtu mwenye aliwahi kuwa deported in the country, ni jamaa fulani mwenye alikuwa anakuja kuimba. The case whereby there was a deportation in our country, ni jamaa fulani aliwahi kuja kuimba. Watu wakalipa pesa wakamuinvite. Si ndio? So wakati alifika Jomo Kenyatta, that guy seriously could beat his dancer. Si mnajua huyu jamaa
yule
Mkongo, yes.
Namjua. Fali si Fali Pupa. Olamide. Akapiga dansa wake.
Alimchapa mateke hapo hivyo na kamera zinamwangalia. Unajua ni nini? Hapo akusonga mbele.
Alirudishwa nyumbani. But that is Congo. Congo is a village.
No.
We are talking about
not only that, but there is a reason and clear reason
why this person is bringing violence in Kenya.
Not only that, why is he insulting a woman?
Yes.
We are fighting femicide.
Can I ask you, Madam Suluhu, are you scared? Are you those kind of women that are scared by other women?
Instead, she could invite this Karua to enlighten the women
mambo ya Tundulisu. Wacha na mambo ya chama Chadema. Wacha, join me. Hey.
Not only joining her, but
and Kalonzo spoke.
She could use this woman. But she is a complete and qualified and professional lawyer. She could use this professional lawyer to at some point challenge her female lawyers there. At some point to
alikuja na private jet. Mother Karua alikuja na private jet. Ndio kwa anajua hii private jet imebeba Mother Karua. So what did she come? Alikuja na Kenya Airways, alikuja na Tanzania Airways, alikuja na nini?
We don't know.
No.
We don't know, but the deportation is deportation. Even if you can use exactly.
Nasema alikuwa namsikiza. I have not got that speech from Mother Karua, but I listened to it. She said that alivofika alipewa kulikuwa na askari moja mwanamke ambaye alikuwa not in uniform. Ndio alimzuia. Akakaa in detention. In detention, then the last time they were told you umenyimwa entry kuingia. But Kalonzo ameweza kuongea. Kuna speech ambayo nilimtumia bwana producer. They will give us an enlightenment. Kalonzo anaweza kuzungumzia hiyo kitu tutakumuongelesha Mama Suluhu. So if the producer would play that would be really good. Because everybody is offended right now. Everybody. You just do not do that. Hata ungemuita, like how do you... Hey, Ama, do you think Ruto is working with Suluhu? Because Mother Karua right now is not... She's what? She's in the opposition of Kenya. Hao ni watu ambao wanasumbua nani? So maybe Ruto alikuwa like, unaona amekuja kwako, aende akaongea na Tundulisu. Anakuja kukusumbua, ameshanisumbua hapa. So what is a car baby?
But if you are deported from one country, sina kwangu umefungiwa uwezi nini?
Ukideportiwa, let me tell you, you will go the way you are, even as socks too. You don't remember this other person, even I think our boss was involved with that person. Huyu mwanavanga kofia fulani. This one that was imported to Canada with slippers from Kenya, and they are Kenyan but they have a citizenship in Canada. Yeah, I hear our boss paid the airport bills and all that. Anaitwaje? Si mtu anikumbushe.
Wale wanakudeport na wakupay fare.
Unalala tu kwa ndege kama mzigo. Enda. I remember there's this cousin of mine that alimportiwa. Wale alimportiwa from Dubai. If you could see how she came. I don't know, naogopa kwenda kumkusema ni wenu, unamngoje huko. Alikuwa amevaa tu nini?
Nyuma ya mlango.
Amevaa bikini. I'm like, how did she come all the way from... Now, what am I trying to say? Deportation is really bad. You will go like that. Wanakuambia acha, haina mambo. Acha nikachukua haina mambo. Twende. So, there's a person in Kenya that used to be mdomo nyingi sana. Please someone comment and tell me the name of that person. They were imported. They are Kenyan. Sio mtata. Kuna mkaka fulani pia.
Yule Miguna.
Thank you. Miguna. Yeah. Miguna was imported na slippers. From your own country to the other country. Alisema, alikuja kasumbua. Siyoja kuna citizenship. Alisha kusema, niko na citizenship ya Canada. Then Uhuru was like, fiti. Rudi huko Canada. So
just
go back
we
home.
Don't need you. But then hapo anakuambianga tu direct.
That video trended. Ako like I don't know kama kinyasa na best.
Do you have there was a video whereby Kalonzo was also talking about that?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Let me forward it.
Yeah, you can send it to the producer for him to play for us. But let me tell you the truth. Leaders are the people who really makes people to strain much. And at some point, let me tell you the truth. So a country just like Tanzania imeanza kukuwa na kiburi kwa hivi tu karibuni.
Kiburi, a country like that showing us pride. What are you? I'm sorry, people.
No.
Yeah.
I
don't want to.
I like the way they are coming, though. I like the way they are coming. They are trying to show us that
What?
We need to pull up our socks when it comes to other things, just like that one.
Magufuli respected Kenya.
Tena sana.
Everybody respects Kenya. How dare you deport Mother Karua? How dare you? Kwanza ta currency iko wapi? Ukimpea $1 umempea gunia mzima. Stop now. Let me forward that to the producer.
Decide kudunga dunges.
I know I shall be called later, but it is not good. It is not good at all. I feel so offended. You know, the moment I heard that news, I was just like, what? What? You are detaining what? What are you detaining? Hata walikuwa wanaongea Kiingereza, Mother Karua had to speak in Swahili for them to understand. And now they are here. So I forwarded the video of Kalonzo.
English si kimdomo chao.
Sasa ilikuja na meli. No.
Si kabote kale kana sukumanga na mwiko nini? Juu ndio pesa.
Niulize, kwani generation, unajua generation ni generation, si ndio? Na generation huwezi reverse. Does it mean Tanzania we have no Gen Z is there? Gen Z ko worldwide.
But wale
ama ni wamepatiwa everything that they need to keep quiet.
They are afraid. Let me tell you. You know, the moment that you don't have democracy.
Anybody who is afraid right now is either a millennial or...
No, they are afraid. Have you seen anyone speaking? I told you the last woman, of which I don't know if she's still doing it. Sawa. Yule madam moja ambaye alikuwa ameget abducted juzi, alikuwa almost abducted, but basi ya Kenya ndio ilikuja kamzuia. You know, people saw that she's been taken into a car, sawa, and then a Kenyan bus ndio ilikuja ikamsaidia, so those people just threw her out and then whatever. Now that woman said that I was not getting abducted by Kenyans. Those were Tanzanians sent by Suluhu, and I have been here for more than 7 years because I came here for refuge. When you're there and you're criticizing the government, wanakuzima. Unajua kuzimwa? I don't think Ruto is doing anything kuhusu kuzima. Yeye anachukua tu na tocha anakata vidole. In Tanzania hauwezi kaa hivi. I'm telling you, the moment you just hata jua na track aje venye tuko hapa. Unasikia tu ameingia hapa and you will never be heard of again. So basically they don't have democracy. The only democracy if you have, discuss about harmonized relationship. Discuss about Alikiba's marriage. Never discuss anything pertaining politics unless you're praising mama, unless you're saying mama amefanya, mama mama mama.
What, but you know they pretend a lot. Only pretense. Juu watu wanaumia.
And you know Samia has taken all the musicians. You see how now Nyashinsky was there when we were doing Mandamano. How we so nameless. How we see our own artists speaking up and saying this is what is going down, this is what, and we do. That's an artist wote. Nimeona Yuzi Kopa, Hadija Kopa na Zuchu wamevaa kitenge cha mama. I don't know if you saw those pictures. Yeah, picha ni mama Suluhu. You see Diamond singing mama. Yes, wamechukua zile maredio kubwa zina advertise towards mama. So you know we listen to, if now Zuchu loves mama and I listen to Zuchu, it is easier for Zuchu to influence me if I love Tarabu and Hadija Kopa sings Tarabu and she's like, oh mama, obviously Obviously. So, Mr. Producer, please do play for us that video.
Of course, apologize. I must say this. Mheshimiwa, just take this and I conclude. Mheshimiwa Mother Karua has exited Dar es Salaam because I have worked for a very large portion of my political life for integration of East Africa. And I, for example, believe the professions, the architects, the lawyers should have the right of establishment so that a Kenyan advocate can open offices in Dar es Salaam. But Mother Karua has been mistreated today. We stand in solidarity with her. Of course, we wish the people, the great people of the United Republic of Tanzania well, even as they prepare for elections, which are later in the year. But we want to say, let us give space for integration of the professions. Mother Karua tried to go and represent also Messenger in Uganda. I think eventually she was able to practice. And of course, another license. This is important for you, bishops, as you pray that we are living in a region which needs greater integration. Finally, we know that governors, and I'm happy Governor Amina has been openly acknowledged by Bishop of Mount Kenya South. By the way, Bishop, I never told you, the late Bishop Njuguna was my roommate at the University of Nairobi. So, and he's the one who celebrated my wedding because he knew me. So we have that linkage with Mount Kenya South people. But you know, when governors, the Governor of Kenya, extend courtesies to the church, that is to be appreciated, and I thank you that you have appreciated that. But you know the others who now say, because I'm sure they have a vote, that they can work with the church in that regard. But we know the Governor of Kenya is being looked upon because she is not towing the line of those in leadership at the highest level. And we said it when we went the other day, when we went to Sultan Hamad, that there are those, if you are governor and you don't toe the line, then they send EACC after you. Now please, Anti-Corruption Commission should never be weaponized against people who are exercising their right of freedom and association. Governor Natembea is threatened as we speak. On Monday, which is tomorrow, they're supposed to go, they've obtained search warrants to go and search his house. The intention in Governor Natembea ashikwe tu, onekana ameshikwa na watu wa Tanzania, governor ameshikwa, alafu wamwachilie. Watakuwa wamemweka aibu ya kutosha. We are saying we're on the lookout, and if they dare arrest Governor Natembea, I've spoken to my brother Eugene Wamalo, his party leader, to be on the lookout. Wakifanya hivyo, kama hilo amechukua kijana because of speaking his mind, Peter Salasia, he's in the Central Police Station, and they have absolutely no charges that they can prefer against you. Thank you so much, your lordships. Please pray for us. Just like you said, we pray for you. And neighbor, I'll be praying for you. But when the leader said at page 13, protect and guide our Archbishop, and obviously our Bishop now, Dr. Jackson Olesapit, all our bishops. Na kama yule mama alikuwa na ndazi pale, including Bishop Munube, and all church ministers, from threats and from intimidations of all kinds. You've been called to a ministry where you'll be threatened because of your faith, because of calling out corruption, like a Bishop Olesapit did even yesterday. Calling out, stand out. Of course, preaching the word out of season and within season, fearlessly. You have examples to follow. In your charge, you quoted the famous Archbishop Tutu, Desmond Tutu, the champion who brought about freedom in South Africa. and gave great honor to the Anglican movement. The other thing I want to read, that you pray, the leader said, for political tolerance among people of different political persuasions in our country, for greater respect for one another's opinions and convictions, and for greater thirst after truth and justice for all, that political thuggery may come to an end. I really love this. Because our country right now is engulfed with political thuggery. People have lost sense. The other day, second deputy president of the Republic of Kenya, I happen to have been the 10th vice president. But Dr. Gachagua is the second deputy president. He suffered political thuggery just the other day, trying to promulgate under the Constitution his political right to form a political movement, a political party. He was interfered with. Therefore, thank you so much for putting this in the program. That political thuggery may come to an end, that people may enjoy fullness of life as God intended for them, while they have peace and liberty. God guide and bless those who administer the law in our land, that honesty and truth may be upheld, and that they may proclaim justice without fear or favor, except the fear of God. Now, people of God, let's say amen. Niseme tena amen. Kwa hivyo, mimi nafurahi kabisa that even the church has taken the position, because people abuse privilege. Of course, I'm a believer, for sure. So next time you see me, Bishop, if you are barring others from speaking, if Bishop and Bishop Zimbi was here, you know we belong to the Akutendereza movement. So not all of us are given to stealing from our people, to killing our people. May the church's voice continue. And I really once again want to pay tribute to the Anglican Church for taking a very strong position. Of course, joined in this regard by the Catholic fraternity. They are standing stronger than even political leaders for social justice. That these are momentous times. We are going to stand for the truth and justice. It doesn't come easy. We will not allow under Constitution 2010 any interference negatively with the church, because every Kenyan has the right, the freedom of worship. Even if you worship under the tree, you are granted that constitutional right. Of course, these rights also come with obligations. We know that. But now, human rights, the right for all. Kenya is not to sleep hungry. And we are going to move very, very soon. God willing, we'll be here on the 20th. On the 30th, I beg your pardon. On the 30th, we'll come with all the political leaders to speak our mind and to shikane mkono na men and women of faith. We may be in the political space, but believe you me, without the love and the belief I have in the person of Jesus Christ, I will not be here today.
I think that was Kalonzo Musyoka mwenye alikuwa anajaribu kuzingatia hiyo issue ya Martha Karua kiwa huko Tanzania na pia amezungumzia hiyo badri. Yes. My sisters, I don't think whether inaweza kuwa vibaya kukumbusha mtu kitu hata kama si it is not your business. Here with us, naona Gypsy amekuja ametusalimia. Hi Gypsy. So amekusalimia. Hi Queen Zulfa.
No, don't do that. Let me do it. Hi Queen Zulfa. Hi, how you feeling?
Hi
Blends of Felix.
Hi Blends and Felix.
Hi beautiful. Hi, beautiful. Sorry, Tilda.
There are people in this house today. I'm just laughing, even there's no commenting. But hi,
Right.
welcome to the show. We love you so much.
So Gypsy
I
says-
really respect you.
Okay, so Gypsy says Mother Karua should respect other companies' laws. Why is she being an ambulance chaser?
Well-
Can you chase an ambulance though?
So
We should
can I-
concentrate
can we-
on Kenya's politics instead of fixing other countries. So, I think she's, I'm going to say she's a Pan-Africanist, yeah? Because when BCJ got deported, BCJ came here for a book launch, and BCJ was taken from the streets of Nairobi and taken. I don't know if BCJ has ever been released. I think BCJ is just going to die in prison if we don't do anything. Now, Gen Zs, I heard Gen Zs of Kenya went to vote there to remove this person. Yeah, Gen Zs of Kenya went to vote there. Now, Gypsy said, was Mother Karua not blocked in Uganda too? After she did the case of BCJ, she was in the courts trying to find justice for BCJ. I don't know if he's out of guilt because he was abducted after he came here for her launch party. It was what? But either way, I do respect it. So, I do respect it so much. Has she been banned from these countries?
I don't know whether she was blocked in Uganda though. Was she?
I don't know. Because I saw her in the court.
I saw her in the court.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw her in the court. So I don't know whether she was blocked too, but there is a question here. Mother Karua should respect other companies' laws. Why is she being an ambulance chaser?
Yeah, alienda kutembea ama alienda shughuli ilikuwa huko.
Alikuwa ameenda kwa Tundu Lissu.
Mtu anaweza jitoa hapa ajipeleke kweli ama ni kuitwa aliitwa?
Aliitwa na Tundu Lissu. Hakujipeleka.
Sasa kama aliitwa, makosa ni ya nani?
Makosa ni ya mwenye aliyemuita, ongena kashike huyo mtu wa Chadema. Mwa mshika Mother Karua. Respect, where is the respect there?
I think Gypsy say something about that. Because I'm very sure she never made a decision of I'm going there also to speak there. That is not a country. Every country has got its own laws that are governing the country. Okay, kwenda si shida.
Yes.
Na chenye anaenda kufanya si kibaya, si kitu mbaya, sawa? But ni kujipeleka, alijipeleka sidhani.
No, she didn't.
Maybe those are leaders kutoka Tanzania wenye wamefungua macho wanaona like
Let us call this wise woman here.
Yes, this wise woman at least to guide us. Watu wamekula kitabu hapa Kenya walai na akili zao wengine wajamua ziende tu west. Wameamua if possible wacha wakuja wafanye nini? Wawe enlightened.
This a very good and very, very wise question. Zulfa, no. Does Mother Karua represent the Kenyans who are politically arrested in Kenya? I've never heard her doing that though. Who are nani?
Nimewahi. Morara wakati alikuwa arrested, Mother Karua alisema tafadhali achilia huyo kijana.
Okay, so that one example is that one Gypsy.
Gypsy.
Any other person who is politically arrested?
There was a day Mother Karua stood up and said, release my grandson. Anamuitanga hivyo by the way. Anamuitanga grandson. So she did. She once did wakati Kebaso alifanya nini?
Why was Kebaso arrested?
I think ile time yenye alishikwa tu.
Mimi sikumbuki, niambieni. Ile alishikwa airport because of tax. Ama ni gani?
You don't remember Morara?
I remember there's a moment that they were arrested because of tax. Is it that one?
Don't you remember Morara? There was a time we could even have a convoy in the streets of Nairobi after being released.
Our police.
Our politicians.
Hawanaga good conduct. Hakuwezi kuwa na good conduct.
Mbona sisi wengine wa huko nje ukienda mahali paka uitishwe hiyo. Hao watu nafaa by the tunaishi. They're not supposed to be where they are.
Mother Karua representing the political leaders from other countries. No. So what is the point here? Maybe we are not supposed to give out our help or give in a hand maybe where possible if required somewhere. Suppose I'm a good...
Kama Samia Suluhu aliona when this woman has arrived here in Tanzania,
then
she's going to make something and something will happen. Itakuwa baadaye anaweza enda na asimamishe kitu fulani na ihappen na ikuwe hivyo.
She might be a threat.
Yeah. Sasa kaona hapa ni kama lazima nicheze kama mimi.
Gypsy says standing roadside and being in Kenyan courts is different. Man, come on. Okay. So, okay. This is a question that I'm going to ask. Gypsy, so you have given us a good example. You have said that when Morara was arrested, she said that he should be released. Sawa? I don't know, and I'm genuinely asking, how many other people have been arrested politically in Kenya?
Even when you remember the story of Raila, Raila aliwahi sema like Mother Karua is one of the most respected lawyers because aliwahi simama na yeye time nyingine wakati Raila alikuwa na a little bit difficulties. Gypsy, I think we need to confirm better, but I believe that she has been playing a good role though. So maybe at some point we need to remember whether either they remember that we always do a lot of things and at some point we can forget. But I'm very sure she has been playing a very big role in the country when it comes to political issues, whereby at some point political leaders get arrested. Yeah, so a good example is that of Morara. Morara was arrested. Morara was arrested and she called upon the police to just leave him alone. Yeah. So they called, they just respected her and he was released. In short, she was one of those people who were against the arrest of Morara.
Hata kuna vitu zingine zina happen hata mimi nikisikia na feel like ni something new. But our politicians sahi wenye wako hakuna mwenye ako na good conduct. Hata kama sisi tunaendelea tunaulizwa
hizo. What do you want me to say? You know, I'm trying to say whatever I know. I'm not guessing.
The way you are saying it, by the way, inakadika una guess.
Okay, let me search first of all.
Tunajua Gypsy ananiingililia hapa. Gypsy is telling me I don't like buying BS. Even though
they like you. How?
Gypsy, I'm sorry, but this is the fact. She at some point she could stand with people though. Go and consult the history, the relationship between Mother Karua and Raila. You will understand.
But that is true. It did sound very guessed. Now, you are like, let me show you how you are like. There's a moment Raila could say that Mother Karua, you see, it's like you're really coming up with it. Yeah. So I'm trying to search how many political arrests. Wakati wa maandamano aliweza kuongea Mother Karua.
Wakati wa maandamano ya Gen
Z, because 270 people arrested in anti-government rallies in Kenya. Did she speak?
Yeah, they used to. They used to. Remember, there was even a woman who was outside the parliament who was shouting, "Don't kill our children. Don't kill our children." At the same time, Mother Karua could the same act though.
So Gypsy says the same person who arrested Morara Kebeso is the same person who has bought him. Where is Kebeso now? I heard the last thing I heard about Morara is that he's using State House bedsheets. So that is the last thing that I remember.
Yesterday they had a function somewhere where they could inject the government though.
Inject what government? Me hakuna kitu Morara wazaniambia sasa.
Yesterday.
Morara started with I think Morara is a very was he a political lawyer? What was he studying? Although he never really finished in KU. So, and this person is really, I'm going to say is like a trickster. He knew where Ngoja.
The Karua helped Kibaki to rig elections. I remember very well in the year 2007.
Yeah, so he wasn't in Raila's.
But there is.
She wasn't.
When Raila, do you remember in the year 2022 when Raila was appointing her as his running mate? Mm-hmm. There is some of the information he shared about this woman. That is what I was trying to talk about, that she was also so supportive to Raila at some point back. But Gypsy is trying to remind me about the 2007 issue whereby she...
Is Mother Karua married?
...decided to help Kibaki rig...
not that it matters, I just want to know. Is she married with kids or...
She's the mother of people.
Which people? Like, no, I'm asking...
According to the question.
Is she married with her own kids?
I think she is. Maybe. I don't know, though.
That's really...
I don't know, though.
Okay.
Why?
Google.
Why?
I need to know. I just need to know.
Why you need to know what? Kwani anawezeka hivyo na ana mtoto wewe usiku hivyo?
Kunao.
Wangapi?
Nasema kunao wanazeeka bila watoto, sawa? Nasikia Felix.
Inasema Mother Karua is not currently married. She has publicly stated that she is not married and considers it a non-issue.
I mean, there's nowhere you should get married if you don't want to. You can have kids and raise them on your own. Yes? Zulfa, she has daughters and grandkids. I just wanted to know, though, because I have so much respect for this woman. So much respect and so much love for this woman. Yeah. So I just wanted to know. So thank you, Gypsy. Thank you, Gypsy, for that information. Now, this is a grandmother that you are putting in detention in Tanzania. Yes, Suluhu. Hiyo haijakaa chini na mimi vizuri. Inakaa uko kando na mimi. Hainikali vizuri kabisa. Because if Suluhu, like, you have any respect for Kenya, you could have just, like, called Mother Karua and be like, please, Mother, take back all those things that you're bringing here. And I think, as you said, as you began, you said that this is the East African community. Community. Why are you not allowed to go in a community?
Okay, this is my question. Why do you really need to shame this prominent leader from our country?
Yes.
Like, seriously?
Yes. Because when you shame Mother, you shame Kenya.
Your leaders or any other person who is going to come here will ever gain
atafanya
respect?
Sasa tuanze kufikiria kudeport Tanzanians wote wenye wako huko.
And you know vile tumejaa huko.
Tunaanza na Zulfa in the
Zulfa, I have been doubting you, though. I have been doubting you. Yeah. But that is not our concern.
But see how I am supporting you now. So as you deport, you look how I supported.
You, but we will be coming for you every morning.
Sending me private jets. That is good.
Unamaliza shule, unapanda unarudi.
Na slippers. Remember hivi. Kiobela obela.
But that is not the issue. The issue is when it comes to social life, let us be supportive to each other. Let us try to at some point give out the information that we really need to share. Let us be friendly enough at least to share ideas. When I need support from a foreign country concerning the issue, does it mean I cannot hire a lawyer from somewhere to come and stand with me?
You can.
I can. I can hire a lawyer from the Republic of Congo to come in Kenya to represent me.
But you cannot hire a lawyer from the Republic of Congo.
Why?
Republic of Congo. Hata wewe unasema tu kwa koti wazee wanapasua. It's my lawyer from the Republic of Congo.
Hata hapo unakuwa arrested hata kabla kuja.
Wallahi usikii. What?
Why?
I'm 23 person. Anna tell me someone from where? Burkina Faso, no. I was listening to something of Namibia. The English of Namibia will make you laugh. What? No, just say another country. Say South Africa. We will at least kidogo. People out here go and say this is my lawyer from Kenya, and you're here at the Republic of Congo.
Na amependa Kongo kila kitu umeona leo.
Wallahi, umesikia nani kutuambia story Olomide? Olomide. What? Okay. So Felix. I know Zulfa, I was once denied entry in Kenya. Zulfa mother Karua was denied entry and hoped to get back to Kenya. She was not. Hoped to jet back to Kenya. She was not deported. Okay. But according to her though, Sawa, why were you denied entry? You're a Kenyan. You've been raised here. Why were you denied? Who are those Kenyans that did that? On a serious note, Sawa, it is not good. Imagine umepanga safari yako toka huko, you come and then you're denied entry. Do you know how hectic it is kwa airport? Let me tell you, there's a place I've come to hate. It has been in any airport. It is so hectic. It is so much stuff. Unless you're going with private jet. But now, it is really hectic. Let me tell you, I'm always going to prefer. And Gypsy said you're going to go on that cruise. So I don't know when we are going for that cruise in Rome. Touch. Now, what am I saying? Felix, stop with the weevil. And now you want to cut me loose. Okay.
Yeah, because you...
No, I am saying it is really hectic. Mtu kupanga safari. Alafu ende ukaambiwa utaingia. Imagine, like, for example, you remember that day that we were in that place and there's a day and me and Felix were going the same place. Sawa? So Felix kumbe amekuja amekaa. Sawa? Nafika nampigia Felix like, mimi nilikuja mtaani nikajaribu kuring bell hawakufungua. So we are going to see a certain person. Now, and I'm there, I call Felix, I'm like, but I'm here, I'm trying to ring the bell. So Felix comes later, so bored, is like, mira si ring bell tena. Kosa kufungua tunarudi home. So, and I'm like, you see how that really made you feel?
Why are you faking?
But you know what I'm talking about.
Why are you faking?
Only I cannot say it is where. So it was a Saturday morning, I'll never forget. I found you, I called you, you were not in that place. And then you came, you told me you came for Sujit and go 6, unless you were lying to me to make me feel like I'm the one who has come late. So, and then we sat there for like 2 hours or that, basically 2 hours. Let me exaggerate as a Kenyan. So, later, but it was like 40 minutes, 2 hours for me sitting outside. Now, that is when they opened, Sawa, and Felix could not even breathe. I am sure you were so tired from being umeshani. If that made you so bad, na ulikuwa tunatoka ukuje, just driving and coming here. What if umepanga safari and you have jet lag, you're here and what, and then you're not gonna get inside the country. Gypsy, I'm so sorry that happened to you. That should never happen to anybody unless you're carrying drugs or weapons or you're a human trafficker. That should never happen to anyone.
Did it happen to you, Gypsy, while you had everything that could qualify you to be in the country? If yes, can you at least tell us that person, if possible, we tumsalimie? Sisi hatutaki watu wenye wanatuchomea maniaje Zulfa.
Those people who did that, we should know them. Now, Gypsy says, Zulfa, because I haven't spent much time in Kenya and my Swahili is bad. 16 hours, then kicked back. 16 hours. 16 hours of... No, 16 hours ya kufika. Haujapumzika kumbuka kwa ndege hata kama una recline ile kitu ulale, unless you're coming with first class. You know, first class, they have like a bed, they have like their own cubicle. Sawa? Those people look you really bad ukiingia kwa ndege, they're like, watu wa shida mnaenda huko mkapangwe. But now, if like it is bad, it is really, really bad. Yes?
Hata kama watu kuangalia, wote mko tu huko kwa hewa. Ikianguka si mnakufa tu.
Wote jamani wote. But they drink better champagne. They drink better dessert. They eat better dessert. Now, it is not good. So, okay, you couldn't like really express yourself to them and they deport. But I hate this. Na hii ni corruption sasa. This is corruption, people. Yani hakunaga huruma pale ile mtaa. You don't want to be there. Okay, you want to be there, but you don't want to be there. Felix, have you ever been to an airport? Hapo kwenye immigration hapo. How does it feel? It is so hectic. So hectic. You are gonna go, don't worry. You're gonna go to Mombasa. It is like 35 years. Yes, going to TZ.
Because it must be serious.
No, okay. Let me tell you what I did. Let me tell you what I did, Mimi. So that no need. This is what I did. Maybe I don't know, mother, it is political. But when I was there, I was trying to find something, and I didn't know where to buy it.
Your case was totally different.
Sawa, yeah. This was for mother Karua's Nini. So they had to call me in because mbona unakaa confused hapa ndani. Maybe you're trying to find your person who you have the bomb. So I just told them I can't find what I wanna buy, and I have to buy it here before I go there. They were like, okay. So one woman showed me where I should go and buy it because they were confused. They're always looking just in case there's a threat. So Anani, yes, my Kenyan passport was revoked. My people, I have to pay for my visas. How? Why?
This is Kenya. But
Anyway,
there's just certain people who
niwakumbushe kitu. I believe there is a disease which we have as Kenyans that at some point the Dar es Salaam ndio city ya squeeze ya
Dodoma.
Mimi najua the capital city ni Dodoma, mara wanasema Dar es Salaam.
Dodoma.
What is happening in
Dodoma.
Yeah,
Julius Nyerere airport is in Dar es Salaam, but Dodoma.
Julius akafanya nini?
Nimekuelezea.
Will you mind if you bad?
What do you want to know? The capital city?
No. Kuna kitu yenye umetamka hapo kuhusiana na Dar es Salaam.
It is where the international is airport.
Oh. But Dodoma is the capital city of Tanzania.
Yes.
Is Dodoma well developed just like Dar es Salaam?
Obviously not. But yeah.
Yes?
No, not as much as Dar es Salaam.
Yes, not as much.
It's like now if
like Mombasa is not developed
as Nairobi. Yeah.
Nairobi, but it is the best capital city we have in the entire Africa anyway. I'm saying this. I'm saying this. There's a disease we are having as Kenyans. Maybe those leaders, they never wanted at some point to be contaminated with. And they don't want this disease to spread to Tanzania at some point. Number one, courage. I'm trying to imagine why they could at some point avoid this. Number one, the Kenyan courage, the courage Kenyans have truly is beyond limits. If this courage is well spread in Tanzania, then those leaders are going to have hard time. Number two, let us say the truth, education. Let us say the truth, education. Wachana hizi, some of the individuals ndio wanafeli nchi, whereby at some point wanakataa kujenga mashule huko Turkana au huko sijui wapi nini, watu wanaumia. Na watu wanaumia ukweli. So there is some of educational aspect that Tanzania wataki. So that ndio waendelee kufanya nini? Wale wenye wako werevu ndio waendelee kujinufaisha. Avoiding a good lawyer like Mother Karua from getting into that country because maybe she was going to meet a certain political leader, then we really need to understand that Tanzanian people are civilized. Yes, lakini kuna wenye bado wanawinda manyani kwa misitu. Mtu kama uwezi ona akifuatiliwa. Unaweza ona akifuatiliwa? Mwenye anabeba ile, that person who can carry an arrow here, mwenye anaenda kuwinda nyani kwa kichaka, we expect it watu wamfuatilie. Mtu mwenye anafuatiliwa ni yule mwenye akona a certain grace that maybe can bring change in the country. That's why maybe Tanzanian people were fearing, if we allow this woman to come and contaminate these people, that will be the beginning point of our the perishing of our victory. Yeah. So mimi naweza sema hivi, Tanzanian people, if you really want to be somewhere, then look for another places where you can meet with Kenyan lawyers. They can enlighten you. If your government doesn't allow that. Another thing, ebu to fix kwanza kwetu ndio tuende kufix kwa wenyewe.
What do you mean?
Let us fix our country first before we go to fix the other country. Yeah, so Karua kwenda huko si makosa, na siwezi sema eti ni alifanya makosa kwenda huko. In fact, she was going also to share our knowledge there, and at some point she was going to represent us in terms of law. Is she not a lawyer?
She is.
She did a good thing. Now that our two walikatana.
Wait a moment, I have to welcome someone. There's Victoria Nekoye. They say hi.
Hi. Victoria.
Let me read this.
Hi, Victoria. Hi. Hi, Victoria. Why are you laughing? Welcome, Victoria.
Hi, Victoria.
Tena nataka aseme na sauti usiendelee kwanza.
Wasikia ningeelea kusoma.
Victoria, welcome. You are much welcome.
You want me to bring
Victoria.
the story of Nyaboke? Nyaboke is here. Now,
Victoria,
yes.
Thank you so much for joining. Yes.
Yes, my Kenyan
we really appreciate you, Victoria. Hi, Victoria. Welcome to Kenya News Alert TV, the art and home of politics.
Well,
Yes. You can continue, my sister.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, my Kenyan passport was revoked. My people, I have to pay for my visas. Zulfa behind the curtain, I will tell you. I'll be waiting. What is Tanganyika then? Tanganyika used to be, there's a river called River Tanganyika. Yes? And I think the colonial... A lake. Okay, thank you. Now, so there's so the colonial person used to call it
Lake Tanganyika. Ile yenye inakuwa
Guy fiti ndio kuonyesha Victoria kwa mjanja.
No.
Fiti.
No. Lake Tanganyika is one of those Rift Valley lakes.
Wow.
Yes.
He's a brilliant one.
Yeah, I'm
when he needs to be. This cool. Yeah? Yeah. You know Victoria is in the house now. So yes. Okay. So Gypsy says so you've been explaining what is Tanganyika. The white person called Tanzania Tanganyika, but after some point they changed it. And then Gypsy says, "Hi Victoria, welcome to Kenya TV." Mwambie anakunywa uji wapi? Mwambie achukue uji side gani? Na sijamwona Koech, chama Koech anasavu uji leo. Sababu simuoni. Aya, Victoria karibu sana, yule mkaka anaitwa Felix.
Welcome, Victoria. Yes.
Rita, where are you? And Shaz. And
wacha kutamka Malkia tafadhali.
And who else? Nyaboke. People comment.
Zulfa, look at me. Please. Malkia apatiwe heshima yake.
Shaz is her name, isn't it?
Yeah.
So now what? I should call her that woman.
I'm requesting though.
But
yeah, she's beyond a queen though. You understand that? So
let me wear glasses really good and I look at you.
You are saying something.
Yeah. So Victoria, before you joined us, we were talking about Mother Karua. Mother Karua went to Tanzania, as maybe you've seen somewhere. It is trending everywhere, and she was deported. And you've heard what Kalonzo said, and that is really. Mimi nilifika tu kwa party. This is Tanzania showing Kenya. Like
no.
Yeah, they're flipping us the finger. They're flipping us the finger. Why? Because what is that? That shouldn't be allowed. Like Samia would have dealt with this much better. Like okay, sawa mleteni mpaka State House. Wewe unakuja hapa kufanya nini? Shuhudi ya Tanzania politically, it does not involve you. Sawa? So now please, with all due respect, would you go back home? Sawa? That is that. But now you detaining our person and kuingiza huko na kuarudisha, that is just so offensive to us as a Kenyan and as the Eastern African community, because we said as the East African community we should treat each other with love, we should protect each other. But what you've done, Samia, is just like show us like I don't care about the rules that we set as the Eastern African community. I am the mother of Tanzania and I can do whatever I want. Madam,
so ametuonyesha hapo ndio amefika. Nimekwambia mara ya kwanza alirudisha ndege. Sawa?
Ya Kenya.
Yeah, alirudisha ile ya mizigo. I think ni ya mizigo ya nini? Ziti ya nguo ama ilikuwa ya nini?
Hiyo ndege kama ilikuwa na mizigo yenye iko illegal huko, see it is their responsibility to tell the plane to take off and get away with those things from there. Is it wrong?
Sasa ile ndege ina land ndo naiambia. Kwani uliona ikiwa huko juu, uliona ikiwa na mizigo yenye ni illegal?
But in every country has got its own rules.
Ambieni kama hata bado basi wajaondoka bado wangali kule.
There is a way you can communicate with an airplane ikiwa juu. We ambie do not land. Do not land here. Okay? Let me see. Felix, why ads every second?
Gypsy, I think those are the YouTubers doing that. The platform
algorithm.
Itself. Yeah, the platform itself. At some point, it can do those things. Sorry for that inconvenience, though. Yes. But why do I?
You see, in the US, yes. So if they see a flying object that they don't want it to enter their country, it is communicated with ikiwa uko juu, and it is given warning: do not land in our soil. In fact, soka kwa airspace yetu. So, you know there's airspace. We all know there's airspace. Kuna airspace ya Tanzania, kuna airspace ya Kenya, kuna airspace ya every other country, there's airspace. Sawa? And I think pilot akidrive pale anajuanga nimeingia kwa airspace. Even when wewe mwenyewe ukiwa kwenye ndege, there's like this, there's like a screen there before you, and then it shows you we're entering Ethiopia, we're in Ethiopia, we're in whatever. It shows you where you are.
So,
no, this is just for the passengers.
Yes.
It is there.
Yes.
So you know, I think it is ndo ujue mahali uko. Sawa?
Yes.
So yeah. But there's Google nini now, sindio?
Yes.
So basically the pilot knows I'm here, and there's a way. Hiyo tower yenye uko pale kwenye airport, there's a tower there that is used to direct the aeroplanes. The ndege kuingia ndani ya airport ama kuonyesha mali nini na ndo zisije zikagongana. There's that thing. So basically ikiwa kwenye wakati lingia kwenye airspace ya Tanzania wangesema musiingie hapa. Whatever you're coming with here, it is illegal here. Do not enter our airspace. Ama turn, in fact, rudini. Piteni mwene mkaingia Uganda. Unaget? So but hiyo ni mafuta ya ndege, bro. I don't know me kweli mnanunua dongapi.
So much dramatic
But this woman is so dramatic though.
Ati Samia Suluhu amerudisha ndege
ya Kenya. What do you know what is Kenya?
But
Kenya is the capital city of Africa.
So,
anyway,
meaning that
Gypsy says, I am missing the real juice. No juice. Juice is still here. The juice is this. The juice is still there. Don't worry. Say what you want to say. Oh my God. Yeah, Gypsy, you've talked like this auntie of mine who tells you, give me the juice. Give me it. So, but the juice is still here. The juice is Samia sent away our ndege. Sawa? Ndege yetu nenda kuland kule akasema venye there's this thing that campers say. Sawa? They say yenye umekuja nayo rudi nayo. Venye tu umekam,
the way you came is the way you'll go back.
So that is what Samia did to us. And this is the same way they've done to Mother Karua. They told Mother Karua yenye umekuja nayo regea nayo. Regea nayo. Hakuna kuzungumza mama. Regea nayo. Tena ufanye venye kidole kimefanya. Nenda.
Hatukuhitaji hata advice yako hatuhitaji.
Wale know they're going to mark me when I go there, they're going to be like go back to Kenya. Go back.
They won't.
Go back
because tunajaribu kuambia unajua we are that our nation.
But you know, I have seen Tanzania wanting to become a superpower like Kenya. They are trying to compete with Kenya.
But they cannot.
But they cannot. First, let us fix your currency. before we start talking, but that is what everybody says, so let me just...
But we are also behind...
No, currency tu iko fiti, inaendea kuwa fiti.
We kwenda. Pesa ngapi sasa?
You remember, I can remove a video where you people and everybody here, even Tilda, and everybody was telling me that is why I moved to Kenya. I still have that video where you were telling me...
Was it not the truth?
Why are you blessing me?
You were there.
You
were not there. You did not talk.
No, I was just quiet.
But you were there quiet. You should have been like, apana.
Sasa nikuuliza swali. Wewe Tilda, what do you really think making Zulfa to be to now gain a Kenyan face and she's about to forget the Tanzanian face?
But she can't forget.
I can never forget.
Amekuja amejiingisha kwa Wakamba, amekuwa Mkamba. Zulfa, go and help to build your country. In fact, you are here illegally. You're not even by birth. DCI, you really need to come to Kenya.
She's here by birth.
I'm here by birth, by marriage,
yes.
By what? By what else? What else? Do a citizenship. I'm here by everything. In fact, I am married here in Kisii. Why do you think I speak Kisii? So what? Where? Who stop? Don't tell. You are now to nikujiwe. I was once almost deported in Nairobi in JKIA. I was doing a skit where I was saying, jamani hata sina pesa, mnikujie, but the camera was far away. Let me tell you, I was almost deported to Tanzania. And I was there escorting someone else. So the person was like, kuja hivi, kuja. I'm like, no, it's just a skit. Camera ndio ile pale. I'm just a skit. So I was almost deported too. So stop doing that. I might be kujiwad. Now, Gypsy said, Amma says, Tilda and Felix, so you... Yes! Let me tell you, we were going for something, and as the entire Kenya News Alert team, and these people, we start talking, and then someone says, unaniambia nini? Eric, unatuambia nini? Na mia ya kwetu ni kama sijui pesa ngapi na mle. And these people are serious. They are like, why are you even here?
Hiyo ndio kiburi nilifanya Samia ka deport mwene mara.
Yes, because yes.
Anyway, thank you so much, guys. Mimi, I have got the last word I can share with my
Sure.
I love Tanzania, and I'm very good friend of Tanzania because part of my family, by the way, is in Tanzania, a place called Msoma.
In Mwanza.
Mwanza. Yes. Inaitwaje ile place nyingine. I have got, but I'm telling you, part of my family is there. And my family, msikazirike mkiniona, najua they do follow me. So, but let that land at some point do whatever it needs to be done for everybody to feel that maybe they belong there. When you see somebody maybe requesting a lawyer from Kenya to just go there, yeah? Somebody from Tanzania would like at some point to hire a lawyer from Kenya to just go
Kenya
there.
Is what?
Yeah?
Kenya is what?
Kenya.
Hebu sema Kenya vizuri. Eti Kenya.
It is here.
Kenya.
It is here.
Sema Kenya.
It is here.
Angalia.
Kenya.
Tomboy.
Yeah.
Please, just say correct. Say Kenya. It is K.
K. Kenya. Is it? Is it not?
That thing is really offensive. It is K. Kenya.
Kenya.
Kenya is K-I. Kenya.
Not Kenya. I'm talking about Kenya. Yeah.
Kenya.
Why are you confusing yourself, man?
See,
Kenya.
Kenya.
When umekuwa Kenya?
To come and at some point have a lawyer from this area for maybe for their own good, then mnamdeport kwa sababu mnaelewa kitu anaenda kufanya huko. It is good, by the way. It is good to stand with your law. Si ni ukweli? Kumdeport si makosa kwa sababu you are working under the law that is governing you. But ni kama Tanzania bado wako nene law yetu ya kitambo before the 2010 constitution. Si ni kweli? Ama?
Which law is that?
ile yenye iko na freedom of speech, freedom of whatever, freedom of whatever.
I've never had referendum in Tanzania though.
By the way, unajua sisi tulikuwa nayo 2010. So do you remember?
Yeah.
Na vile Moi Kibaki alitoka kwa ofisi kaendelea kufanya hadi waleo siku. Yeah. So the Tanzanian president is trying to do whatever maybe she really thinks is better for the country, and she's trying to work under the law of that land. Mimi sasa kurudisha Martha Karua hapa hivi Kenya, siwezi sema that ni kitu mbaya. But they really did something which is under their law. Ama Tilda nimeongea mbaya. Njua Tilda anakuanga na hasira ya ndani sana. Si ni kweli? Lakini si ni kweli. But
lakini hawangemfanyia hivyo.
Hiring somebody from the foreign country, hata isipokuwa Kenya, inaweza kuwa South Africa, inaweza kuwa Uganda. There is somebody who is smart somewhere. There is somebody who is smart in a certain field. That person has come to share with your officials there, for example, who they are sharing the same field. You see, Felix, if I'm a stylist, there's a stylist from Tanzania. This stylist from Tanzania, ashani na mimi amesema we ideas zako ni kali, naomba tuone kama unaweza kuja tu share ideas. So unaona ni kama amenitegemea like kimawazo kidogo ndio maybe aone kama anaweza pata maarifa kaya yangu. So we don't read at some point to disappoint our own people. So Tanzania, let us not be those people who can disappoint our own people. Oh, they do use Swahili mostly, yes. I'm trying to say this. Tusikue those people who can disappoint tusikue wale watu ambao wana yeah, let us not be those people who can disappoint our own. Yes. Maybe those are the kind of individuals who can bring change in the country despite their well-being, despite.
Let me ask you a question. When you stand somewhere in a line, can you differentiate a Kenyan, a Tanzanian, a Nigerian?
Imagine you cannot.
You cannot.
If
okay, yes, you can. Ethiopians.
If
yeah.
they cannot speak.
No, you can know an Ethiopian person because those ones are just, and Rwandans. Out or you are. Yeah. Yeah. But apart from those small differences, we are one person.
Kama unaweza tofautisha Mnigeria na Mluya kweli?
Hawezi. Those are the same people.
Mjaluo.
The Nilotes.
Mjaluo na.
Do you know there are no Bantus in Nigeria? Are there any Bantus in Nigeria? There are no Bantus in Nigeria. Only Nilotes and Kushites and yes.
I don't remember though.
They are not.
Nilifanya nini kitambo.
They are no Bantu. So, let me see.
Yeah. So I was trying to say that wakati maybe unapata your country is seeking refuge from outside place, don't feel so guilty. Don't feel bad, yes. So guys, as I have said,
okay, there's one.
Yes.
Jarawa.
Yeah. Those are Bantus.
Yeah. The only Bantu. I don't know how to peke yao. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, Gypsy asking a question saying, where is Mr. Koech, Kim, and Peter? Mr. Koech, I don't know where they are. Kim said he's a silent viewer. He watches. Peter, I haven't spoken to Peter for like some days. I got his call, but I'm not called back. I'm gonna call back and then really know if he alipona ama kuliendaje. And then Niger stands out like a sore thumb. Nigeria. Sema kitu tuambie watu tumalize hii show.
Well, for me guys, I have no much, but my message to Tanzanians, wacha respect idumu, sawa? Hakuna haja mfanyie watu venye mmeanza, cause you know Kenyans are just Kenyans. What you start, wanasemanga ukiwasha moto utauzima mwenyewe. So you refused Martha Karua to get into your country. Atujakata, it's your right or it's your whatever. But why couldn't you just let him go? Let her go. Afanye shughuli memleta pale. Mkiona ni kitu mbaya amekuja kufanya, ndio hapo sasa mnaanza hizo shughuli, mnamuuliza hizo maswali.
Hapa hata mnamdeport na dera.
Yeah. Hiyo ingekuwa respectful. We need yani kufanya, haijalishi msianze kuonyesha by the easy grudges, they never take us somewhere. We are neighbors. Inafaa tukue tuna cope in a good way. Inafaa tukue tunasaidiana in so many things. Why sasa tukianza grudges, sisi ni hawa, nyinyi ni hawa. Kitu ikifanyika hapa, we are the, my friend, fimbo ya mbali haimui nyoka. Hii yenye iko hapa hii. Sawa? Ndio itakusaidia, itakusave tu hapa. So, wacha to respect each other. You respect the other country, na hiyo pia ikurespect, sawa? Because you've done that to Mother Karua. Kenyans never forget, and internet never forgets. So there is one day mtakuwa mmesahau na mtakuja mtafanyiwa the same thing yenye mmefanyia Mother Karua. But let's have kale kitu tu ka respect for once. Sawa? Itakusaidia mahali.
Juro Magufuli alikuja kutibiwa Kenya before he died, because our health system is better
than theirs. Unaona venye nafata wakuwa na tuinamia wakituwa
vibaya sana.
So asiati tunaongea kwa ubaya, but let's just put that respect of each country. Sawa? Mtu respect, tuwa respect, vitu zifanyike kwa heshima kabisa. Tukae watu wa upendo na amani. Mambo ya kisiasa ni mambo yanakuja yanapita, tunachukua muda pia tena tunarudi kwa siasa, is the same thing. But let's respect each and every country with their own people. Sawa? This person called this Mother Karua alitaka usaidizi from, you can call anybody mwenye unataka usaidizi kutoka kwake. Hakuna mtu anakukataza, but ukiona si kitu mzuri wewe umetaka ama haijakufurahisha wewe, please take it in a good way. Allow this person to come. Hata umuongeleshe wewe mwenyewe, umwambie unajua sasa hapa Tanzania sisi hatufanyi hivi. Kama huyu ndiye alikuita, ungetuongelesha sisi kwanza serikali kuu. Ndio ukuje ama ndio uaccess. Lakini sasa wakati mwingine usifanye hivyo. Wakati mwingine tumia njia nyingine ambayo inafaa. Huyu mtu si yeye ana lead hii country, ni mimi. You could even have asked me or my people are there in a good way, in a respectful way. Ana Mother Karua angekuwa za yeye anapiga kelele huku nje nini mpaka anasema Kenya hatukumsaidia, ingekumfight. It's a whole thing by the way. But nafaa tutafuta clip to watch vizuri. Nimemsikiza by the way. Una maana amesema Kenya hawakumsaidia. Sasa serikali ya Kenya hakumsaidia. Sasa ni Ruto hakumsaidia.
Lazima achome.
Lazima achome
in the process.
You are lying. But let's put that respect, tuheshimiane, tunafanya vitu kwa kiheshima. Tusidharauliane. Hiyo ni madharau by the way. Tusidharauliane. Actually guys, my name is Tilda. Tuonane hapa wakati mwingine, na Mwenyezi Mungu awabariki, awajalie sana. Tuonane masaa yale. Kwaherini sana.
Masaa magani?
Masaa yale.
Yale
masaa yetu.
Haya.
Okay.
Pale kuna Gypsy Kona anasema it has been a really lovely show. Queen Zulfa, beautiful soul Tilda, and young Prince brings on buildings. Anasema chill. Okay, so people, as you've heard my sister say and my brother add, let me tell you, tudumishe huo undugu. Tudumishe huo undugu ambao tunao kwenye hizi, we say it is an Eastern African community. Tudumishe huo undugu na amani. Ikuwe kwamba kitu kikihappen ni Uganda ni kama kimehapenia dada yetu, so we are running there. When the Joneses of Kenya went to vote there, they were going there as to help their brothers and sisters. So if you don't maintain it, then I don't know what you're really doing it. Let us try to love each other. Madam Suluhu, all respect, you're the first woman East African woman president. So obviously, you shall go down in history. In fact, see history peke yake ya nini ya East Africa, history ya the entire world, that the first East African female president was Mama Samia Suluhu. Why are you joining the patriarchy and being like that? Don't be like that. Asko hivyo. Sawa? Asko hivyo. Aya, I'm gonna ask watu ambao wanajua watu mali wakina Wande, wakina Kim, wakina Pita, mali wapo, watafuteni waambie waje. Sawa? Let's help each other to make this family to be as it was. Na watu kama yule umemsikia yule mdada Sharon na hao wengine pia. Rita, Laidoni, yes? I'm going to tell you what
James.
James is who? James Githinji. James Gichuna. Is Gichuna?
Not Gichuna, but
Kiarie JJ, Abed. And if I'm forgetting the names, please do remind me. Sawa? Gypsy says East Africa community, Europe community, these are non-existent. But we want to act as if they do exist though. Sawa? So Gypsy, thank you so much. Victoria, thank you. And all the silent viewers out here. We're gonna meet here again. Someone look for Mr. Koech. Is Mr. Koech okay? Is Mr. Koech okay? Hebu mtu amtafute. Haya. Sasa jina langu wapendwa ni Zulifa Wanjiru. Tupatane hapa mwendo wa saa 10 mpaka saa 11 ambapo tunafanya Kenya News Alert Evening Updates. We shall be doing something so beautiful as this. Yes, Felix? Yes. Okay. So have a nice afternoon. Bye.
Good.